Today I am going to discuss about the cranial nerve, third cranial nerve. Third cranial nerve is called motor nerve. The motor nerve because it gives output information when stimulus enter into the eye. It's also called oculomotor nerve. The main function of the third cranial nerve is supply the extraocular muscles of the eyeball except superior oblique and lateral rectus. Superior oblique is supplied by the fourth cranial nerve and the lateral rectus is supplied by the sixth cranial nerve. So other are supplied by medial rectus and other recti are supplied by the inferior oblique are supplied by the third cranial nerve, and it also supplies the pupillary muscles, sphincter pupillary, which constrict the pupil. It also supplies the ciliary muscles. How the cranial nerve originate? Cranial nerve originate from the midbrain at the level of superior colliculus. At the level of superior colliculus, here is the midbrain, here is the part tectum, and this is the right and left peduncle, cerebral peduncle. The main motor nucleus of oculomotor nerve is present here. This is a cerebral aqueduct. This is structure of the midbrain, posterior aspect of the midbrain, interior aspect of the midbrain. Here is the cerebral aqueduct, and here is the Edinger-Westphal nucleus, which is the accessory nucleus, and the main motor nucleus of oculomotor nucleus. The nerve fiber originate from the main motor nucleus, and it also contain the parasympathetic fibers. Parasympathetic fibers from the Edinger-Westphal nucleus. It runs along the fibers of oculomotor nerve fibers. The accessory nucleus also called Edinger-Westphal nucleus. The nerve fibers of oculomotor nerves is called general somatoefferent pathway, and the fibers from the Edinger-Westphal general visceral efferent, this passes along the oculomotor fibers. After it originate and emerge from the medial aspect of the cerebral peduncle. Medial aspect of the cerebral. Here is the oculomotor nerve fibers. Here is the oculomotor nerve. This medial aspect of the cerebral peduncle. After passing through the peduncle, it passes run forward and passes between the posterior cerebral artery and superior cerebral arteries. After passing through these two arteries and passes and run forward with the posterior communicating artery. After then enter into the cavernous sinus, the lateral wall of the cavernous sinus. This is the pathway of cranial nerves where it originate and enter into the eyeball. After from here it enter into the cavernous sinuses, lateral wall of the cavernous and then enter enter into the receive the sensory branches from the ophthalmic division of trigeminal nerve. Is the trigeminal nerves from where is posterior communicating artery, from where it takes the sensory branches, and here's the internal carotid artery nerve plexus present. From nerve plexus it also it also have sympathetic branches. These sympathetic branches also move along with the oculomotor nerve. Then oculomotor nerves enter into the orbit through superior orbital fissure into the orbit, and then divided into two branch, a superior division and After passing into the orbit, it divided into superior division, small superior division, and large inferior division. Small division, superior division supply the superior rectus and the levator palpebral superioris. And the inferior division divided into three branches. First branch supply the inferior rectus and the medial rectus, and second branch inferior oblique, and third branch is parasympathetic. Parasympathetic fibers then synapse with the pre-parasympathetic fibers synapse with the ciliary ganglion. From ciliary ganglion it forms the postganglionic fibers. These postganglionic fibers supply the sphincter pupillae of the pupillary muscles of the pupil, which constrict the pupil, and also short ciliary nerve which supply the ciliary muscle. These all structures where it passes and originate, these structures